What is happening, guys? My name is Ivan with Thriving Home Services. Hey, guys, welcome to the channel. If you're in the chats, go ahead and just drop some comments, show some love. We have a special guest with us. His name is John with Happy Junk Removal. This guy is an OG when it comes to junk removal. I personally wanted to bring him on here because when I look at John and I look at his success that he has and what he's been able to do over the span of probably 10 years of being in business. I don't know the exact number, but it's been a while. He's done pressure washing, he's done junk removal, and he when I look at his business, I'm like, okay, there's the way that he runs his business. I'm like, there's key little things that I wanted to just like dive into. I'm like, okay, like what is behind John's success? Because success just doesn't happen overnight. Success actually is very, very, very difficult. Like you need to put in work and you need to grind and grind and grind. So let's get John on. Let's bring him on. And yeah, what's going on, John? How's it going, bro?
Ivan, what's up? Good to see you, man.
You too, man.
Happy
It's
Valentine's Day.
yeah, to all the single dudes over there, man. I feel for you guys. I'm one of you guys. John is over here. He made it. He's living. He's got 3 kids, got a wife. Yeah, man. Good stuff.
Living the dream.
Are you going to take your wife out to dinner?
Yeah, after this little session, we're gonna go out for dinner and
Hey,
have some fun
there you
time.
go. There you go. Something special, huh? Well, hey, I see a poster right behind you, and it says "Junk Removal Mastermind." Could you
Oh,
could you dive into that a little bit because I see your brain, and you've shown me
yeah,
this before, and I'm
yeah.
like,
So I had when I first started doing this business, there weren't too many people you can call and ask. So I, told some of the story before. Called a local guy, Robert the garbage guy, and then another guy in Washington, Mark Brock. But now that I've been doing this for a while, people would call me and they would say, "Hey, can I pick your brain?" People from around the country call me. They see me on the face groups or whatnot. So I said, you know what? I'm getting the same questions all the time. So I'm just going to draw a picture of my brain because this is the kind of stuff that floats around in my head all day, even when I'm not at work, because I just really like this stuff. So I'm
yeah,
always thinking about these things. So I put down the main things around this brain I had drawn up. And then during our consults, when people call me for a consult, we just go around the brain and then we just talk about the main points, parts of running the business.
hey,
So
there you
yeah,
go. There you go. So, you're married. You
yep,
have 3 kids, right?
yes.
3 kids, and how many boys? How many girls?
All boys. So
All boys.
17, Gabriel, Miguel's 19. He's in college, ASU, sharp kid. Mateo, he's in Tucson running Speedway junk removal. All 3 were in Boy Scouts. We spent a lot of time in Boy Scouts growing up. A lot of camping, hundreds of nights camping. They all the 2 oldest one have their Eagle Scout. Um, I got them involved in Boy Scouts because it teaches them organization and
Yeah,
structure, which I didn't have too much of that growing up. So
yeah,
I could see where it affects my ability to, run a business or even live life, just being kind of scattered,
yeah, yeah,
where
yeah.
they're more structured and used to that protocol. So I didn't like protocol. So
Yeah.
I
Well,
wanted
hey,
to help with
my
that.
first, my very first question that I have for you, and when I look at you, John, I'm like, you're a family man. You're a family man, and that is awesome. That is to be admired, and you have certain skills that have allowed you to like grow and be successful in life. So my very first question to you, I know you're very close to your father. What role did your father play in you? What foundations has he instilled in you that allowed you to later on look back and you're like, you know what? My dad did a really good job in here because I see you doing that with your kids and your family and all that stuff. And it shows. It's like the way that you run your business. It really shows. So yeah, that's my question for you.
No, that's a heartfelt question. So yeah, so my dad was all about the work. Okay.
Yeah.
He could find joy in work, and I came out the same. So to me, work is not work. Work is, it gives me purpose. It's fun. I enjoy it. So, and
Yeah.
I grew up younger at a younger age. I did not enjoy it. I felt like, why do I have to go to work? But I get it now. So he taught
Yeah.
us that work ethic and the curiosity of how things work, take things apart, try to establish patterns that work better for you, and yeah, just curiosity for how things work, entrepreneurship. He always had some kind of side hustle going. He worked construction, but he also did like a road grader service that he bought this old 1933, oh no, it was a 43 galleon road grader. And we lived out in the country, and he would charge people to level their driveways or to do the grading. We had a I think it was a 67 Mustang in the yard that one of his tenants abandoned. I thought, I'm going to get to keep that Mustang when I turn 16.
Yeah.
Well, one day I got home from school and the Mustang was gone. And I asked my dad, what happened to the Mustang? He goes, I traded it for a tractor. I'm like,
dang.
So, but he says that the Mustang's not making any money. So the road grader made him money. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, to me, that just sounds like he instilled work value, work ethic in you, and I love when I think of your business, I'm like, even the name, you've done a really good job of like branding it, like Happy Junk Removal, and I just, and it's kind of how that's kind of who you are, you're always like upbeat, you're always happy, and it really shows in like in your business, you know what I mean? Like I look out through, I see the messages all the time. You guys are always active. Like clients are always just like super stoked to like work with you guys. So you've done a really good job with that. What are some of the things that what are some of your goals this year, 2025, going into 2025? What are some of your goals that you're striving for?
Yes. So I was big on the COGS there for the last couple of years, and it's really, really fine-tuned our numbers in terms of profitability. We run pretty lean now. I'm not working too much harder than I was when we're running, with 6 guys. But our COGS are dialed in. Our pricing is really good. So the out in the field operations, we do pretty well at now. What I need to dial in now is my marketing strategy and performance. So I'm coming up with another thing, and because I've done the COGS for labor and doing the jobs, we're going to have manager COGS now. So we're going to manage ourselves better. So myself and Maggie, we're going to have metrics. So what we've all heard, what can be measured can be improved. So now I'm going to start tracking daily phone calls, inbound, daily outbound phone calls, touch points with customers, relationship development meetings with customers. So all those things will get tracked.
Yeah.
So just like our COGS got better, so will our sales. So everything in the business is trending the right direction, but except for sales, number of phone calls that we're getting. I need to get that back up what it was in 2022. So
yeah.
So that's the goal.
Yeah. Would you say that's one of your, if you look back and you would ask yourself, like, what has been like the main thing that has played a role in that has made you guys successful? Would you say it's tracking numbers?
I've always tracked the sales, but not to the extent when I started looking at the COGS that I learned it in Justin's class. So that was a turning point for me and really drilling down to the KPIs.
Yeah.
So yeah, and but I've always been a little bit interested in that, but now I got it dialed in pretty good.
Yeah. What's off topic question?
Yeah.
What's one of your hobbies that barely anyone knows about?
One of my hobbies. Wow, that's a tricky one. One of my hobbies. Oh, okay. Metal detecting. I've been out of it for a few years, but my in-laws live in San Diego, so I would take a metal detector out there. It was Mine Lab 3030, and it's pretty cool. You find some fun stuff, and even if you don't find anything, it's kind of relaxing because you don't hear any noise. There's no phone. You're just walking on the beach,
Yeah.
digging for gold. So
Yeah.
that's a lot
Have
of
you
fun.
ever find anything?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got some gold rings, platinum rings, wedding rings, bracelets, earrings. Yeah.
That's so cool, dude.
Yeah, when we go to Hawaii, it's fun to go on the beaches there.
You're also a business coach. How's that going?
Oh, I don't really pitch it that much because I don't do the YouTube so much. But I think this year I'm going to start putting more content out there about doing the coaching. And I actually haven't talked about this, but what I'm going to offer now, which I think Lee Godbold did this, but it was price prohibitive, I think, for more people now. But what I'm going to do this year, I'm going to offer come spend the day with John. You see my operation. You'll just hang out, and we'll go through everything. And once you're here for the day, I'll always be on your list to call whenever you want to talk about coaching. So I can't, I can't say I can get you to, 3 million in sales, but I can get you somewhere reasonable. But I think a junk removal, when people ask, should I get into the business? Yes, because even if you don't continue with the business, you're going to learn a lot.
Yes.
So, exactly. And even if you don't go 110% on it, it's great. It's a great side gig,
Yeah.
If you have a full-time job, and as you make the transition to full-time from full-time corporate or whatever you have to full-time junk removal, it's always good income.
So speaking of marketing, what are your main, what's working for you right now in marketing?
So I don't do PPC. That's just so competitive here, and it's really complicated. I wish I understood it as good as Xavier does, but
as we all.
I don't do that. I don't do Google paid ads, with exception of local services. We got that dialed in pretty good now. That's nice. Pretty controllable. It's a lot easier to run than
search
the PPC. Yeah. So that goes good. We haven't done too much Facebook marketing, but I think I'm going to try a new platform from doing that. I have time where we can learn this new platform and work on our Facebook marketing.
Yeah.
In the past, I have not been successful with that. So I think that's some low-hanging fruit we can go after.
Yeah.
So this year,
we have that in our software, right?
Yes, that's why I'm.
So we have that. We don't have it like we have it connected. We're just starting to build that out for the school community, the courses that we're doing. By the way, guys, if you are just starting out and you want to learn from basically people that have been in the industry for a while, and you want to learn how to do some marketing, we teach you. We have 4 pillars that we teach you. One of them is text to job system. This is the system that John is using. It's working pretty well for him. And then the other 3 pillars, we teach you how to get referrals, reviews, and we teach you how to run ads, meta ads, Google ads, all within our software. And then the 4th pillar is we help you integrate your website through automations, online booking, all of that stuff. And then we actually have a 5th pillar that we teach you how to become the local celebrity, where we teach you how to make short film videos. We teach you how to make long form videos and help you to actually become a local celebrity in your local area and run ads through those through those short film videos and stuff like that. So if you guys are looking for that, there'll be a link on the bottom. You could join that community for free and check it out. But once we get a little bit of clients in our software for the upgraded version for the rest of the pillars, we're going to have that the meta ads available. So we're literally in ads. That's going to be available for you, John, because you're already part of our system. But it is, I'm running meta ads right now. Like I have over like 20, 30 ads running right now on Meta. And this is not within our software. This is on Meta Ads Manager itself. And I've done the testing between two of them, and it's the same exact thing. I mean, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. It just like it basically launches it in the background of Meta Ads. It just makes it so much simpler. And you create your ads with AI.
Yeah.
Pretty
So
cool.
for a junk removal, what's your average lead cost?
Average, it's all around the board. Its average lead cost is about it should be anywhere between 10 to 15 to $20.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, but the biggest thing with meta ads though is 5%, and this is not just meta ads. This is in general. So they say 5% of the market is ready to buy right now. And the reason why Google works most of the time is because when people have a immediate need, they go to Google right away. That's why it costs so much to actually be ranking there, because it's a bidding structure. It's a bidding war. But Meta, what happens in Meta when someone scrolls and they either watch your video or they see your picture ad and they submit the form, they click the form and they fill out their information, and it goes into our software, and we build an automation that actually nurtures those leads. So within a month, 2 months, we nurture those leads that come in from Meta ads, and then later on they turn into customers. And if they don't turn into customers, we also basically can create creative messages where we're like, hey, do you know anyone that could use our service right now? Stuff like that. So Meta is really good for, brand recognition, and I think it pays for itself, if you can figure out how to use it, how to have some creative ads. But the biggest thing with Meta is you have to create a lot of ads and you have to test them, because that's what I'm doing right now. It's like you just have to test them. It's not like Google where you have one simple ad and you're bidding against other ads for that same position.
Yeah. So if you can help me with that, that'd be great. So that text campaign's been very successful. I want to be able to do the same with social media stuff. So.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about the text campaign. When did you start? What were your thoughts before you started, and then like how has it helped you in the last year of using it? And just tell your story.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
So we had Chirp before, and it was just real clunky. The guy that was helping me run it was saying that we might get banned by the FCC, and I was hearing all the reasons why we couldn't do the huge blast that we're doing with your text campaign. And then when I talked to you, you made me feel a bit more comfortable about doing the blast without getting in trouble. And sure enough, it's worked out well. For the longest time, I was putting out the wrong numbers. I kept saying we're like at 45,000 in text campaign revenue. It was actually, I think, like 68. So I had missed something on the dashboard. So yeah, in terms of our biggest win last year, that's probably having that text campaign kept us on a positive growth curve compared to last year. So
yeah,
everything, and talking to other guys, it's been slow. Not everyone, but most people. But because of the text campaign, we're able to hang in there.
Yeah. How many clients do you have on your list?
And the list that we're sending out right now, I think is like 8,000.
8,000.
Yeah.
And I'm sure people want to know this. How much are you paying monthly for this service?
Oh, I think I'm paying like $300 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so you made I looked at the numbers. You made 69,000, basically 70,000.
Yeah.
That's at about 19x ROI. It's pretty good numbers to me. How many
Yeah. So
jobs did
I
you
guess
get?
you can probably match it up and do the math. Say if you have a 4,000 customer list, you should, achieve half the results. So you can kind of correlate. So
Yeah.
if people are trying to decide whether to run the campaign or not.
Well, yeah.
So,
Any person that has, I mean, at least 2,000 on their in their database,
yeah.
that alone, it's like, why would you not follow up with them? You know, like why would you not? You know, then you can clean
Yeah.
your list as well. It's like people move away. Now you know, but it never hurts. Yeah. Any other creative marketings that you do for your business right now that you see pretty good results in?
Um, it's a lot of little things, and just you have to be consistent, which is a hard part of running the business. It kind of sucks sometimes. It might be a year before you get a return on one touch point, um, but you just got to just stick with it. Like we give out candy jars. Uh, I'll stop in, give Starbucks cards to the leasing agents. Um, I'll just drop in, bring them donuts. Just the more you can be in their face, the more likely they're going to call you. But
Mm,
it's an investment. So just like you might pay a lot with the Google. It's the same thing. You gotta put the money out there.
yeah.
Invest in some candy, the jars, candy, Starbucks cards, donuts, Krispy
Yeah.
Kreme. Whatever it takes. You just got to keep moving. Motion is lotion.
Yeah.
Got to keep moving.
Let me ask you a question, John. When I look at your Google My Business page, I mean, before it was 1,400 reviews, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Google's probably going to fix that. I know they're doing
Oh, ours is back up. We were down like
back up.
400. Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild. So 1,400 reviews. How many years have you been in business for?
But coming up on 11.
11 years.
Yeah.
Wow. And then what's your average? How many reviews do you get per week?
We usually get probably about 5 a week.
5 a week? Do
Yeah.
you have a system that you use, like, as far as, like, when I say system, I'm not talking about software. I'm talking about system of thought. Like, what do you do? Because there's creative ways that you can actually get reviews from your customers. Do you send them a small gift? Do you
No,
how do
it's
you
all with the CRM. It's all through House Call Pro.
Yeah.
You so that having a CRM that asks the reviews. Well, it's a combination of the automation that asks for the
Yeah.
review and the actual service that you deliver.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll
One
see
one
comments. The guys are efficient. They're quick. They're friendly. Super nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, one little cool thing that I've recently been studying is a creative way, and I've done this before, and it's worked pretty well in my business. When I had like 8 guys running, we would basically let the client know, like, I mean, obviously we would tell our guys, hey, like, our goal is like full complete customer satisfaction. We want to make an experience that is just outstanding. We want to
Yeah.
go above and beyond for our customers. And our guys would, use these systems where they can collect tips and stuff like that. And then we would also tell our guys, like, hey, like, we are going to tell the customers that, like, they can leave, if they leave a review, they will actually, you guys will get a bigger tip,
Yeah.
like $10 per review. They
Right.
will
Right.
get. And we saw that work pretty well when we're telling our customers, like, hey, like, if we had Benji working for us and he got us a lot of reviews before, like, hey, customer, like if you actually, if Benji provided a really good service for you,
Yeah.
would you mind leaving us a review? We're a family owned business, and by the way, for every review that Benji gets, if you mention his name, like, he gets an extra $10, which helps his family. You know what I mean? Him and
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
family. we found that works really, really well. And there's creative ways that you can like create those kind of automations as well.
Yeah. So what I do is I have a review scorecard. I look at all my competitors and how many reviews per week that they're getting or per month, and it just shows us there's probably the two top guys are myself and the garbage guy. But he's got a 7-year head start, but I'm catching up. I'm catching up. So at the same time, it gives you an idea for the volume of business people are doing. Like 1-800-GOT-JUNK and Junk King, they're in a different league. But like the other franchises like Junk Luggers, J-Dog, we're right there with them, if not better. So,
there you go. What's your where do you stand with all your competitors in town as far as like reviews go?
Reviews. So Garbage Guy's got the lead. He's at I can actually pull up the numbers here. He's at give me a second, I'll pull up for you. I think he's ahead of us by about 300 reviews right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's got, solid business, good guys. They're all friendly. So
yeah. There you go.
And then
there you go.
There's nobody get close in second and third place. So
how what are last question? What are actually last couple of questions? What are some of your? Do you still use like lead gen companies to buy leads and stuff like that?
Yes, I do.
Still work with you.
So but we scrutinize those leads and we make sure we're not losing money.
Okay.
Okay. And cool. During the coaching calls, I show people how to get more leads. So.
Okay. So last question.
Yeah.
What's your go-to meal after a busy day of work?
Go-to meal? Oh man, steak.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of steak?
I like a steak. I got New York steak. I get it at Sprouts, and I cook it on my egg grill that I got at a junk job. Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh,
yeah,
John,
like
now you're talking. Now you're talking. Okay, next, guys, announcement. Next Junk Expo is going to be in Arizona.
Yeah.
John is hosting. It's going to be at his shop. It's going to be the best thing ever.
That would be cool.
That would be cool. All right, man. Well, it's Valentine's, everybody. Happy Valentine's. Thank you, John, for taking the time. I really wanted to just hop on here and just get to know him better, and just know the like what it takes, the behind the scene, what it takes to actually run a business. Like it's all the, like John was saying, it's all the little things. It's the little things. Like I remember when, like in like 2021 or 22 or something like that, we would like take a half a dozen of donuts and go to every single furniture store. And because I did that in 2022, our 2023 year, we were just getting referrals like nonstop. They were coming in from all over the place. And we're like, what in the world? Where is this? Where are these referrals coming from? Our customers would always be like, yeah, this guy recommended me at this store. And I'm like, I don't know who that guy is, but it's probably because I dropped off a dozen of donuts to them, So it's the little things in business that really matter, that set the foundation long term. So thank you, John, for taking the time on Valentine's Day. I hope you guys crush it in your businesses. And John, I hope you crush it as well. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you later, man.
All right. See you guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right.